Just found this little guy. I thought he was bleeding. I realised it's just a leaf. I was saving you, wasn't I? He's gone inside. He's like, no, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. Just wondering where I can put him. I mean, how's he walking across grass? I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you by the grid, actually, because you won't fall in there. There you go. You're not going to fall in that grid, but it's nice and damp here, which I think is what you'll like. There's a little bit of an update on the gym building. So the guys have come today and they're coming again tomorrow. If you remember, a few weeks ago when they came, I realised that it's not tall enough. So I asked them if they can raise it up by putting some lengths of wood in and just raising the roof up. I was told no. I was told they can't do it. Basically, they've done it. They've done as I asked. So you see that wood across there? That's like a new little fascia. That isn't the wood that's staying, but it is going to be a piece of wood there. And I think that actually looks okay. You know, they were worried that because you've got cladding that way, having a piece that way would look silly. But I actually think that looks nice. It might even look a bit better. It looks like it's meant to be that way. But yeah, they've come back today and they've raised it just as I asked. So all the insulation, well, not all of it, some still hanging, but we've got insulation. There's going to be plug socket down there, plug socket down there, light switch is here. For now we've got just the one pendant. You can see as you look around, look, they've raised it up. These lengths of wood and then a couple on the outside is all it's cost. That's all it's cost. And he was saying that was going to cost me £1,700 to have it raised. I'm not going to stand here and say I got what I wanted. I got what I asked for originally. I don't like this. Leaving your cigarettes behind. There's an incinerator over there. Chuck them in there instead. All this is the battens from the roof. And we've got it all sitting here, ready to burn. This stuff burns so quickly and easily. So if I get a fire going, I'm going to get through that first, but I'm going to light a fire and get the fire going and burn some wood. New drain pipe, brought a new drain pipe. That's the old one. It's going to fit there and then go around the roof this time. Before it went straight through the roof, and I've asked them just to bring the tiles straight over and I'll bring it out and up. That's the update really. I'll go show you the roof whilst I can still get up here. We have this scaffolding still. I'm going to make use of it. By making use of it, I'm going to come up here and show you what it looks like. My neighbours must think he really loves that scaffolding because he's always up there, and I am. So yeah, the roof's now complete. Looks amazing, looks really good. I'll start over this end. I'll just explain to you what he's done. I'm not a roofer, but yeah, basically we've got new lead in here. We've only got the one chimney pot and he's capped that, and then this here is like a runoff between the two houses, so that's good. And then I'll just open that camera up a little bit. There you go. Nice new roof. And then if we walk along, come alongside these corner pieces. Ah, just look at that. So nice. I like it. It looks good. I'm thinking what I might do, if they don't do it while the scaffolding's still up, I might ask Sylvia to pass me the hose up here, and I'll hose the roof. I'll hose it down, because we've got all this, you know, all the bits on it, which all the dust will come off, yeah, sure. All the dust will come off, but this is like a glue from when they're together on the pallet. So yeah, I might try and get that off otherwise. But it's looking good, look, it's looking good. I'm very happy with it. I do feel blessed with the garden. It doesn't look that big actually on the cameras, but it is. It goes really far back as well. Even, you know, all the way, all this, all there behind the trees. It's a big garden, and I feel blessed with it. What are you doing up there?
Cleaning the windows.
Cleaning the windows?
Yeah.
This is not a very soapy cloth. Okay, so we're just cleaning the windows. As we've had the roof done and everything else, it's left like a sort of a residue. I've tried to get it off a few times with water. I've hosed them down and nothing's really getting it off. So I looked online and it was saying soapy water, and then we need to do vinegar as well. So cute those doggies are. Love them. And we sort of realised that we got the windows done too early. We should have had the roof done first, and the render taken down, and all the plaster taken down, and then had the windows done. But we, you live and learn. You enjoying yourself there?
Yeah.
You want a balcony?
Yeah. I would.
Even if it's a balcony with a ladder, you have to climb up the ladder.
That's what we got now.
Right, I've done the front ones at the top again. So just that bathroom window. In fact, pass me the cloth again. I'll get the bathroom window from up here, and then the rest we can get from down inside. Throw it up, I'll get it. There you go.
That was good.
It's like this residue, it's leaving. That's what we need to get off. Jesus Christ.
What?
They just left like smeared glue all over it.
They're idiots.
You know, like the black
Yeah.
sealant, it's all over the window.
Yeah. They're idiots.
Like, just wipe it off. It's not going to be hard. Stupid. It's almost like they've scratched it and just decided to put that on to hide something. I can't see anything.
And yes, I can try that.
So, I just came out to feed the birds. And bird feeder, don't think you can see it, it's just there. Probably just make it out. And I brought these pallets. These pallets, there's a feeder for the pallet. And I came out, I shouted to Sylvia and I said, one of the feeders is missing. One of the actual feeders. So we're looking round, can't find it anywhere. And I'm thinking, obviously it's fallen. Won't have been stolen. And we're looking everywhere for it, can't find it. And I just said to Sylvia, like, there's a hole here. There's a hole just there. Probably just make it out. And I know that it's an animal that's living in there. Probably squirrels. So I just said, I wonder if it's in that hole. And Sylvia's come round here, and guess what? Wait, look at this. Look. You cheeky guys.
I literally can't believe that.
I can't. They've pulled it off. I mean, from there, look, where them pallets are down, that's what's normally in it. I've just thrown them down. They pulled it off there and dragged it to their home. Cheeky.
Yeah, little thieves.
I can't believe it.
I would not expect that being there.
I just, you know what? I just had a feeling. And you can see the hole just there, look. I just had a feeling. Would not expect it.
Little thieves.
Just had a feeling. It's going to go dark in here. Just put the lights on, really. Can't see anything. What's that? Got some seeds. Okay. Bag of seed. A tub of nuts. That's so cheeky. But funny at the same time, though. It's really funny. There's a light that I've put in the tree right there in front of you.
Where?
It's right in the tree there. You're literally looking almost right at it. You're not going to see it from outside.
The black light.
No, you see it from here. Look, come here. Come to me. Come to me. And look straight out there.
I can see the lights.
Told you won't see it from outside.
I've bloody seen them. So have secret.
Today is a new project. Today is a new job. I am going to be fitting the soil pipes. This was a job that I needed to get done before the scaffolding goes down. I'm also going to make use of the scaffolding and clean all the windows off because they are absolutely covered in dust. Only a few days ago when I first did this job, now I need to do it once again, but the roof is now complete. Gym building down there is also complete, but there's a few things about that I want to tell you about. So I found it's a lot easier to just bring the stuff over the garage roof and then just place it up there like that. You see the pipe there. Ignore this bit. This is old pipe. That's clay pipe. That goes into the toilet. This is the part I'm replacing, and I'm bringing it up here, out, and then up past the roof. Hopefully it's going to be a nice day today. So far it's not freezing cold, but it certainly ain't warm, but the sun is still coming up. It is still quite early in the morning actually. I just checked and it's literally bang on 8:05. Okay, admittedly I was up here doing the drain pipe earlier and my phone went flat. Battery doesn't last as long as it used to anymore. So I decided just crack on with the job, and it is now complete. One thing I have ordered, and I'm not sure if it's arriving today or if it's arriving in a few days, because I do have a parcel out for delivery currently, but I've ordered a rubber sort of cap, rubber coupling type thing, and basically from the clay pipe to the plastic is a massive difference. So this is going to allow me to actually seal it at the bottom. Once that arrives, I'm going to put some of the brackets on the bottom just to hold it nice and steady, nice and sturdy, and then that's that job completely done. It hasn't gone right above the roof line. Ideally it would sit about there, but it'll be fine. Like, the purpose of this is just to let smells out and gases. That was an absolute arsehole of a job to get on. So much fairy liquid on there and so much strength, brute force, just to push that in place. It was a nightmare. So I've fitted at the top now, nice and solid. That's one job down. The scaffolding can probably now come down. The roof looks fine to me. I'm happy with it. Can't see any issues anywhere. So far, so good. Could be a little bit cleaner, but you know, I'm guessing in time this glue will come off. But it's looking good. It's looking good. Just been down to the very end of the garden and collected up two brown bins worth full of rubbish, leaves and twigs. There's so much to get through. I mean, down the side of the shed, which if you remember in a previous video I removed, got the shed down, and all through the shed was completely full of, I won't even say twigs, they were actual branches, and they were thick. And then all up the side of the shed, now it's gone. I've pulled most of it out now. It's all in a pile, it's all drying out. However, it is rotten wood, it's not going to burn, so it is for the skip. Unfortunately, the skip that we've got here is now full. That's the fourth skip we've had. Hold on, wait, no, sorry, that's the third skip we've had. We are due a fourth one. I actually quite like it up here. Considering I'm scared of heights, I do actually quite like it up here. It's nice and secure, so it's good. I'd like to have a balcony installed. Just comment down below, tell me what you think. I think he's done a great job. I'm very happy with it. He's capped off that there, look. It's all capped off now, safe. But I'm very happy. It looks great. We had a chimney there coming through, which is gone. And this pipe work, the reason I've rerouted it and put it outside is because that came through there as well. And then we had a chimney there coming out as well. And we had an aerial there. We had an aerial here. There was a lot going on, and I wanted it just plain, much better like that. And this has all been capped off because we've got two chimneys, see. Could do with a bit of pointing there actually. Just thinking, you know, while I'm here, might be worth me actually taking these out before the scaffolding goes. I've got a job for later. The wall impact drivers are very aggressive. So I've had this rubber cap going, and basically it's to connect the clay pipe to the new drain pipe. Here's the drain pipe, here's the cap. So I've installed brackets now. I've gone down to the second bracket, And unfortunately that second bracket is now pulling the pipe too far away. The clay pipe sits quite far away from the wall. I think one day this clay pipe will have to be replaced, but that's a job for the future. So what's happening is it's pulling the plastic pipe away. So I'm going to leave this second bracket off, have the one bracket will be fine, it's holding itself in place anyway, and just let the pipe sit inside the rubber coupling. So earlier when I was tightening this up, it was started to pull backwards, and it actually tightened up to the point where it pulled the metal strip there off. So this time, without that bracket being fitted, it should pull nicely, because that's only just slightly bigger, which is perfect. It's what I wanted it for. And as I pull that in, it should tighten it up nicely. But we'll see what happens. See, that's pulling a lot better this time. Starting to sort of shrink itself in. Don't want to do it tight enough where it does pull off, but I think that itself's going to hold. Yeah, that's feeling pretty solid now. I'm going to finish tightening that up. I'm going to put my phone away. So I've just got back from the hospital. Random appointment booked. It was because I had high cortisol last year. Just repointing these cracks, making sure all is well. Might just go do the inside as well. Like it up here. Watch people and don't know you're here. I can hear people talking, but I can't see them. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the scaffolding, I think. I like it up here, it's good. Got the keys for the gym building. It's now complete. Here we are inside. Now, the gym that I've ordered, it's a lot bigger than I thought. Basically, I've marked it on the floor where it's going to come to, and that's sitting pretty central. So there's a little dot there, there's a dot here, there's a dot there, here's the middle one, and then there. So as you look back, you can see that it's pretty much going to take up the whole width of that room. Now the gym itself is obviously a lot narrower than that, but your longest bar is 220 centimeters wide. That's 220 centimeters. So as long as I've got room at the sides to put weights on, then we should be good. But that is taking up far much more room than I thought. Not a problem though. All I wanted in here was my massage couch, and then over that side, I'm gonna put a treadmill. I can't believe how much bigger that thing actually is. I can't believe it. It's a good job they brought us 18 foot. Now, you might look in the building in the background and think, it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty dirty on the video actually. I know it's gonna get painted, but everything's left dirty. There's marks. There was mold on these walls. There's mold. And hopefully it's not mold that's gonna spread. I'm thinking when it's wired up, I'm gonna get the dehumidifier in here for a bit. I don't want any mold issues. I know that it's not exactly like clean out there, but yeah, these guys weren't careful, and we were quite disappointed in the way they left it. This is after it's been cleaned, by the way. It's been mopped and hoovered quite a lot in here. They just weren't careful at all. I was unhappy over, you know, there's little marks and scuffs everywhere. I mean, that's actual damage there, but yeah, all this is filthy. I mean, still is a bit, but yeah, that was thick in mud. It was thick in mud. But the worst thing about this, quite a disappointing situation that we found ourselves in. I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you the story and you won't believe it. I think I mentioned in a previous video about the problems that I'd had with the gym building over the height issue. It wasn't built as tall as what I'd asked for, and the original gym that I was looking to buy was actually 245 centimeters high, and it's a good job that they discontinued it and I couldn't get it, because had I have brought that gym, I would not be able to fit it in this building. When they built this initially, it was 215 centimeters high, nowhere near big enough. So the first night that it was installed, for anybody that didn't see that previous video, I actually came out and measured it just to see, and it was 215 centimeters internally. Now, I was told that it's 215 at the lowest point. It's a pent roof. So if anybody doesn't know what a pent roof is, That's a flat roof, that's a pent roof. 215 at the lowest point, you'd expect that to be here, yeah? Up here, maybe 225, 230 even. Internally, the roof's like that, so there's a bit of a wedge. So it's only slightly pent, and there's a wedge. So 215 at the lowest point is all the way across. And I told him that we've got an issue. One, it isn't as tall as I'd asked for, but two, it's not like I can even use one side, let's say. It's too low. It's too low. And then we had a back and forth with each other. His wife called up. It was the Friday after this took place, so like 3 weeks ago. And she was very patronising. I could hear her on the phone, and Sylvia's getting wound up. No patience whatsoever. And yeah, they were just arguing. It was turning into an argument. They weren't shouting, but they were arguing. And I took the phone call. I said, pass me the phone. I went outside. I came outside. And I just said to her, I said, look, I said, I'm starting the phone call again. I said, we're going to talk. So I let her say what she wanted to say. And she was very patronising. He then finally agreed to do the extra height. Not after trying to charge me extra, by the way. He did try and ask for another £1,700. He then said, as a gesture of goodwill, I'll pay for the materials if you pay for the labour. So he was asking for £450. So he's gone from, no, we're not doing it. Yes, we'll do it for 1,700. Yes, we'll do it for 450. And then all the while, I'm still saying no. I asked you for extra height. If you've made the error, that's on you, not on me. The other error that was made regarding the building, and this is something that I said to his wife, girlfriend, whatever she is on the phone. She was arguing that this is a bespoke building. It's been built to the spec I asked for. It can't be altered. It's built to a size, and that's that. So then I pulled something out of my back pocket, not physically, just mentally, and I said to her, it's funny that you say it's bespoke and it's built to spec and it's built to the size I asked for, because it's actually narrower than I ordered, and it's actually 2 foot longer than I ordered. And literally, her response to that was, well, if it's a problem for you, we can come and cut 2 foot off the end of it. So she's happy to come and cut 2 foot off the building to waste it, but she's not happy to raise the roof as I asked for originally. Fast forward, they agreed to do the roof. Fast forward a little bit further, the roof was done. Then come the next problem, and this was a big one. They left Friday night. I get home 7:15. I came down to the building to have a look at it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's going dark, but from what I can see, I'm happy with it. Sylvia was feeling a bit under the weather, so she's in the house still. So I shouted to her and said, oh, just pass me the keys, I'll lock it up. The keys are down there, she said. I said, there's no keys down here. She said, no, the keys were in the door earlier. When they were still here, the keys were in the door. I said, there's no keys down here. Not inside, not on the floor, not anywhere. There's no keys. Next day, I messaged to the owner of the company. I say the owner, he's the owner of the company, where the lads left the keys. Well, can you ask him to check the pockets? Something along them lines. I asked for the keys either way. And he told me, I'll ask him for the keys. Can you sort out the final payment? I said, I'll sort out the final payment when I get the keys. I haven't got a secure building at this point. Why would I pay the final payment without a secure building? Saturday went by, Sunday went by, Monday morning come. Monday morning, can you sort out that final payment? I still haven't got the keys. I've asked the lads where the keys are. I'm still waiting for a response. You're still waiting for a response? Mate, you're the company owner. You've asked some lads where they've left some keys to a customer's property. No response. I think I'd be giving them a quick phone call, especially when it's Monday morning as well. I'd be like, lads, where are the keys to this property? Tuesday morning comes, and I get a message, can you pay that final payment? And I responded once again with, Chris, I haven't got the keys. I can't secure this building. I'm not paying the final payment until I've got the keys, till the building is handed over complete. It is complete. The building's done. Yes, but I don't have the keys. Simple as that. What's so complicated about that? I don't have the keys. Anyway, when he messaged me Tuesday, I already had a message typed out to send back to him. Why, you might ask? Well, Monday night, we were looking for the keys. So we were all around the building, under the building. I'm looking everywhere for these keys, thinking, have they thrown them somewhere to be spiteful? Because that's how they were acting. I went up to the roof of the building and looked on top. Couldn't find them, but what I did find, the fascias were just ridiculous the way they'd been fitted. Nothing was straight. Nothing was cut properly. It was jagged, it was rough. There was also a gap between the roof itself and the fascias, but these fascias go underneath and seal. So my question is, where does the water run to? You know, the water's got nowhere to run. At the back of the gym, the pent roof comes down and the fascia was like that. Where did they expect the water to run to? You know, also there was a gap, and that gap was full of debris. All that's going to do is rot over time. It was ridiculous. Having still looked around, we found the keys. The keys were hidden in a bird box over the other side of the garden. Why they've put them there, I don't know. So I messaged him and said, this roof is ridiculous. This needs to be sorted. I'm not being funny, but this needs to be sorted. That's the standard finish, is what he said. He responded by saying that's the standard finish. So leaving gaps and not making it watertight is standard finish. Anyway, he gave in and he said, I'll get the lads to come and seal it for you. So the lads came the next day and they sealed it. When they turned up, they were asked about the keys. And his response was, we were told to hide them. That's the company policy. Until the final payment's been made, we don't give the keys or we hide the keys. Company policy. He also told us that the roof only ever gets sealed, they're only ever told to seal the roofs when the customer complains. He also said that they were told to leave the site a mess inside the building and around the building and not tidy up. So I messaged this to Chris the day after when he's asking for the money once again. I asked him about the keys, why they were told to hide them from me. He knew exactly where they were this whole time, but he lied to me. The building as it stands still isn't perfect, but I've settled for a little tiny bit of money knocked off. The worst part of it all is they make you feel like the problem. They make you feel like you shouldn't be complaining. I'm just being awkward. You aren't entitled to have any issues. We built it for you, you should be grateful. And that's kind of how they act. But they forget that I paid a lot of money for this building, and all I'm asking for is for it to be at a standard that you would accept yourself. Because if I came and built a building and left it in that state for you, you wouldn't be happy. So why is it okay for you to leave that to me? It's the same with the windows when we had them fitted. You know, them guys, they were terrible. Like, they left the house in a mess, and their excuse was, well, you're renovating it anyway. It makes no difference. I complained about the mess that they left, and he said I'll send somebody around to come and clean it up. And I basically just reiterated the fact that he told them to leave it a mess anyway. I said I cleaned it up. I said I'm not expecting someone to come round and clean the mess up now, it's done. But just understand that it's not very professional. Absolute arsehole. I tell you, it's a good job we don't have kids or even a dog here anymore, because I've already picked up about 20 screws, and look, I'm still finding more. You can see where they've all been, look, in the ground. There's a couple of marks here where I pulled them out. There's also a bucket left under there. So, there it is. Yeah, they've also left a bucket under there. I'm sick of finding screws. I'm trying to clean the garden up. This was the other thing. Cigarette ends everywhere. Now I've got this incinerator. You know, at least put them in there. I don't mind you smoking, but there's a bin. I mean, it wasn't there at the time, but it was only there. I just go put it in there. I've been having a lot of fires recently. That is slightly out of control. We've had a lot of wood to get through, a lot of wood to burn. This is currently burning the battens from the roof. We only had a medium-sized skip, which is full right now. And in order to not overfill it, I decided to keep all the wooden battens, realising that they burn super quick. They're great for getting the fire going. And this is wooden battens, plus all the ivy that I've had to cut down. Jesus Christ. I know, it's firing bits of fire at me. It's getting a bit hot. I'm going to move back slightly.
It's all the matches and everything else that you put in. Finally caught up.
I chucked loads of matches in earlier.
Yeah, and firelighters.
Why is it so hot? Look at the actual thing itself. It's glowing red. Why is it glowing, Sylvia?
I thought that was all.
I just can't understand why this is glowing red. Why is it so hot? Jesus Christ.
I want to knock it away, but I'm scared.
Is it because I was chanting earlier?
Yeah.
Have I set up some curse or something? Unless it's all the damp. my little grabber stick. There we go.
Hello.
Hello. Is it still glowing or has it cooled down a bit now?
Cool down.
Phew. That's a big flame, isn't it? Spitfire. What are we burning?
Blue. Is it blue flame from this gas?
Oh yeah, it's normally gas burning, isn't it? So God knows what it is we're burning. Choo choo! Choo choo! Simpson character? No, that, oh, I get the llama back there. Sort of coming back there. Oh,